Hello, and welcome to part 2 of my top 10 tips for developing intuitive two-way communication with your unborn and newborn baby. Hello, my name is Sandra Jones-Keller, and I'm the Intuitive Pregnancy Coach for the CCFL Global Academy. Well, what does that mean exactly? Well, I teach pregnant moms, new moms, and wannabe moms how to develop intuitive two-way communication with their unborn and newborn babies. Why is this important? When you are speaking directly with your baby, you are no longer relying on sources outside of yourself for validation and confirmation that you are on the right track. So this type of communication adds an unprecedented level of safety, comfort, and security for you. So in part 1, we talked about my first 3 tips, tip number 10, tip number 9, and tip number 8. So tip number 7. Learn to ground yourself. Now, what does that mean exactly? Well, I like to think of grounding as a huge ship. What is the first thing a ship does when it pulls into port? It drops its anchor. Now, why does it do that? If it didn't drop its anchor, it would sway and move, and eventually it would go back out to sea. Well, we ground ourselves to anchor our energy inside of our bodies, inside of our space. Oftentimes we're very scattered and life is very busy and our energy is kind of frenzied. And so when we ground ourselves, basically creating our own anchor into the center of the earth, then we're pulling all of our energy back into our space. Now this helps us be more peaceful and more calm, and it begins to help us develop that intuitive communication with our babies. Tip number 6, learn to open your chakras. What is a chakra? Your chakras are your energy centers. And so even if you've never heard of this term, you've experienced your chakras. Say, for example, you are falling in love and your heart feels open. Well, that's your 4th chakra. Or say, for example, you want to say something, but it's just stuck and you can't seem to get it out. That's your 5th chakra. So you want your chakras open so that you're moving fluidly. When our chakras are closed, we feel disconnected. We can feel not like ourselves. We can feel like we're not moving forward. But when our chakras are open, we're moving more fluidly in life. And you need open chakras to develop your intuition, to develop this type of communication with your unborn and newborn babies. Tip number 5, acknowledge your baby as a spiritual being with consciousness and sentience. Now, what does that mean? Consciousness. Your baby is awake. It's aware. Sentience, the ability to perceive, to know, to experience. And as you start acknowledging your baby as the spiritual being, that opens up the channels. You'll be able to make that connection. You'll start hearing. You can either hear, you can either feel, or you'll just have a sense of knowing. So that's it for today. Stay tuned for the remaining 4 tips. We'll get down to tip number 1. Visit my website, sandrajoneskeller.com, for your free downloadable version of my top 10 tips. And if you'd like more information about the CCFL Global Academy, visit us at ccflglobalacademy.com. Till next time, thank you.